Hello and welcome to Deck Techs with Lady Lavinias. In this one, we're going to be looking at a deck that I like to call Buying Time, or rather, that chat named. Buying Time is a Is-It deck that revolves around the new card from New Capenna, Arcane Bombardment. Arcane Bombardment is a 6-mana enchantment that says whenever you cast your first instant or sorcery spell each turn, exile an instant or sorcery card at random from your graveyard. Then copy each card exiled with Arcane Bombardment. You may cast any number of copies without paying their mana cost. I wanted to build a deck that basically made infinite turns. The fact that this is a card at random, a sorcerer instant at random from your graveyard, didn't love that. So I'm using a new Capenna card called Unlicensed Hearse. And what you can do is you can tap it and exile up to 2 target cards from a single graveyard. It's a really cheap way just to make sure that if you are playing some instants and sorceries in the early game, you can choose exactly what instant or sorcery you want exiled with Arcane Bombardment. So, the idea is to get all runs Epiphany underneath Arcane Bombardment. Now, many of you have probably seen this card before. You create 2 bird tokens, and then you take an extra turn after this one. So the idea is to be able to put that under Arcane Bombardment, and then any instant or sorcery spell that you cast will be able to cast all runs Epiphany, giving you essentially infinite turns as long as you're casting an instant or sorcery. You have a whole extra turn to do so, or to find something. Now, there's a lot of treasure in this deck just to be able to, find the cards that you want. Lots of extra card draw with Drawn from Dreams. We have loot effects with Prismari Command as well as Fable of the Mirror Breaker. And then we want to, again, utilize some of these are high-costed instants or sorceries. So we have Galazeth Prismari in order to be able to just hardcast them if we need to. We have Saheeli in order to make little tiny servos that will be able to become mana dorks with Prismari. And that's kind of how it is. I want to make sure that I loot away all runs Epiphany into the graveyard, get down that Arcane Bombardment, control what instant or sorceries are in my graveyard to exile with Unlicensed Hearse, and take infinite turns. And it's extra fun. It's definitely a weird form of Arcane Bombardment. You might have already seen some of the decks being played, but we're gonna try it out today, and hopefully we'll have a good time. Let's buy some time. Okay, so we're going to be looking for some of our early game, some treasures to ramp up, to be able to find some of our pieces that we need. Fable of the Mirror Breaker is not bad because it does let us loot a little bit. That for now. I think having the Bone Crusher Giants is actually really nice because they count for an instant here, but they won't count when they go into the graveyard, which is... Do not have a mountain. Okay. Wait a few turns and hopefully find out. Picking up the Arcane Bombardment is always nice. There we go, that's exactly what I want. I will stock that in, and then I'll just wait. I will just Bone Crusher Giant their face if they don't play anything. Fine. It looks like they do have a counter spell ready for me. Damage can't be prevented. So I'll just play the Bone Crusher. I'll just wait. There's no real reason to do anything. Get a body out on the field is totally fine. Have them 4. We'll go Fable of the Mirror Breaker, probably into a counter spell, but we'll see. Trigger, nice. Ah, the Wandering Emperor. How you doing? Okay. General plus for the Wandering Emperor. Teferi! Teferi 5. Alright, well. See what we can do. This is going to in there. I discard this and probably a Bone Crusher Giant. We don't really want... Actually, Bone Crusher does take care of that. Do I care about the Wandering Emperor or do I care about Teferi? Probably Teferi. Take out Teferi right now. 6 is Arcane Bombardment. We have another Teferi anyway. Alright. I think in this case, I might go Prismari Command just to make sure that I take out one of those. Again, Fairy is just annoying. It does mean that I have a worse time for all runs, but if they have something else... Maybe I just risk it. You know what? It's for the video. We're gonna risk it for the video. If they have another one, they have another one. I really hope that they can't actually interact with this. You know what? I'm not. We are taking a risk here.
Strike fast and strike hard.
Collection of dead. Alright. 3. Oh, I think we did it. Alright, so... Actually, that's... So, Drawn from Dreams, which activates the Arcane Bombardment. We know we're getting this. And I think we're good to go. Get our Bone Crusher and our Mari. And then play this tapped Unlicensed Hearse. And we will actually, let's do this first. Those two. We're gonna get another extra turn after this. End our turn. I will just straight up play this. And that is infinite turns for us. Because Arcane Bombardment would trigger and we always have Alrund's Epiphany at that point. So as long as we're playing an instant or sorcery spell during our turn, we're always going to be triggering this Alrund's Epiphany. So it's always our turn. Forever and ever and ever. Until we have enough birds and enough damage just to hit their face and continue on with that. So that's exactly what this deck was supposed to do. It had a little bit, I was really spooked with what opponent was playing, but we were managed to get around it, and our Arcane Bombardment stayed on the field for 1 turn, and that's all I needed. Even if they countered our Drawn from Dreams, it didn't matter as long as Alrund's Epiphany went off. If Alrund's Epiphany was the one that was countered, I was going to be able to do that on instant speed on their turn to hopefully continue going, and eventually I think we would have gotten Alrund's Epiphany to go off. Alright, so let's try more and we'll see how the deck does. Okay, so here we go. Alright, this hand's fine. We do have the Looter. There's Magda's early. I love having early Magda. Especially because we will be making treasures. Burn down the house is always nice for, you know, if the opponent plays a ton of planeswalkers like that last game. Yeah, okay. Let's get our Magda out. And we'll try. So luckily we were on the play. Means that I can probably use Prismari Command on 3 for a creature if I need to clear the way for Magda to go. That's a great option. Okay, so let's just do that immediately. Actually, I wonder if they'll actually trade. Well, I'd be fine as long as this Lotus Cobra is gone. I'm gonna offer it first. Okay, they want it, obviously. Big surprise there, so we're gonna do that and kill that and I think Steely can go and a land go. Okay, so that puts a Prismari Command into our graveyard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Next turn we actually will be able to play Arcane Bombardment. I am fine with trading this. They did not find a land, so they are missing since they're using Innkeeper. I don't expect them to trade, but they might. Looks like a Simic ramp deck, maybe up into, it could be 3-color. It could not be Simic, it could be Shimmer. Okay, they are going to trade it. That's fine. She did her job. Let's get our Arcane Bombardment out onto the field. And off to the races we go. The Lotus Cobra down. It is a Genesis Ultimatum deck. Okay. What they can do to catch up. This deck, catch up pretty quickly. So, what we can do. I am going to play a land, and we're actually gonna get burned down to the house, but like, in terms of devils. We're gonna do this for free, and I will definitely... we're gonna throw these lands out that we... A bunch of devils. So you're seeing how powerful Bombardment is. Unfortunately, we didn't find our Alrund's Epiphany, but you're gonna be able to see how strong it is regardless. Omnath. Let's just get more burn down the house. Let's see what it gets randomly. So it's gonna get another burn down the house. And we're going to find this and then discard 2, so that's fine. More devils and more devils. Here we are. Just gonna bop them forever. Bop. Alright. So that's pretty much it. Even though we didn't find the Alrund's Epiphany, you can see how powerful Bombardment is. Looks like it was an elemental Temur deck. Okay, we will continue to play then. Okay, thank you. I was like, the game is extra over, unfortunately, opponent. I will continue to do this. We get this many burn down the house triggers. We probably get one more, although... Actually, we guaranteed get one more, because that's the only instance that's going to be in there when Prismari Command goes off. So that means that we would be getting 2 times to make 3 more Devils, and then another Prismari Command, so we're gonna cast 2 Prismari's Commands and 2 Burn Down the Houses for 3 mana. Pretty good. Poor opponent, didn't find things they needed. Their deck does fix itself really quickly. It goes out of control, but we just slowed them down by our removal. So that's another version of how you can just see how powerful Arcane is. Not extra forever turn. Not as good. Okay, so we're going to be trying to get a win off of infinite turns. I want to see if I can make that work another time, so you guys can really see how powerful Arcane Bombardment is when you're just the only one taking extra. We're gonna keep this, it's fine. We have a Magda and a Bone Crusher early, which is lovely. At this point, we'll probably just drop in the Magda. We are going to be looking to draw the infantry. Oh, okay. Portable hole. Artifact. Oh. Curse is wonderful. In that case, let's do this immediately. Or they have their time to do, so I think treasure and take an artifact. I'm thinking about looting, but right now I think I need to focus on this a little bit more. I'm just getting the Arcane Bombardment down. I think I want to actually guard this, and we guard table. Okay. Fateful Absence. Okay. Get that in, and I think we're just going to wait. We'll draw a card, maybe? Got a land. That's nice. At this point, I think I want to get the Bone Crusher in. That makes it difficult for them. Okay. Probably this end. Foretell that. Alright, so the Dovin's Veto unfortunately takes out the Bone Crusher Giant for both sides, but that's okay. It is Yorion deck, so I'm expecting probably Teferi next turn. We'll see. If I didn't want to use our burn down the houses. We do need one more land in order to play the Arcane Bombardment, but it's a little dangerous if they have like a Teferi or something like that. Could just be Alrund's Epiphany. Hi, Teferi. Speaking of Teferi, okay. We're going to go burn down the house. Or actually, I could just do this. Because I can do Devils, unless they have another Dovin's Veto. Or Counterspell, which they could. But this is makes 3 Devils. Ah. Let's just get this out. So I was intending to be able to kill this, but as long as it's down to 2, that's fine. I think I play another one. They can counter that, or it can just die. They're gonna be looking for a Dovin's Veto or something like that. Okay, so Teferi is gone. They probably have another Teferi, but portable hole for one of these, okay. And that's way so that they can start getting with the Yorion. Okay. That just means this Teferi is also dead. Potentially. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All on Teferi. Oh, Alrund's Epiphany. Get 2 extra turn, or an extra turn there. Ha, funny. Now that they're tapped out, we're gonna do that. So they gotta deal with a couple problems here. There's a decently low chance, so we have this. I can play the Hearse. We do need an instant or sorcery spell in order to activate the Arcane Bombardment, which is a problem. We just need to get one of those, and get the Hearse out, and we can have the Wandering Emperor. Okay, is dead. Alright, we did not get it, but that's okay. We can just play a second one. And one of these can go here, and then all of the rest go to face. Sounds fine to me. But I don't know if we're actually going to be able to play this. Oh, they have another Wandering Emperor. I do need an instant or sorcery in order to make this work. Absorb. Okay. This. Alright, this Wandering Emperor is also gone. Haven't found an instant or sorcery. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to do a 1 out of 3 chance if we get an instant or sorcery now. A third Wandering Emperor! He's so wandering! He wanders all over the town. Instant, thank you. Okay. Here we are. One old diesel trigger. I have a decent shot to have forever turns. This one. Here, and then this one triggers. And it's Alrund's Epiphany, finally. Thank goodness. Not that it actually matters. Because I had lethal. But there we go. We had an Alrund's Epiphany one. So we were just able to kill him by all these tokens. It just kept having wandering. Definitely another control deck with Teferi and things, but you can see how powerful the Bombardment is. I tried to play around Teferis because I didn't want the Bombardment to be fucked. So we were trying to do that, and then we kind of ran out of instant sorcery. That is one of the negatives on this, is that you do actually need to have some things in the deck. We didn't find a lot of looters that run, but still fine. Alright, let's try again. So we should have time for one more game. Hopefully we can get our infinite turn win with the Bombardment. That would be the goal of this deck, but still gonna try it. Okay, so we got the hearse, which is always good to see. Burn down the house is fine, so hopefully we can find the Bombardment. Getting the big score is also really I think Saheeli is fine, but I think I would rather toss her out to the big score unless we get extra copies. Right, so let's get our unlicensed hearse out. Okay. We found our Bombardment. That's wonderful news for us. At that point, I will actually play Saheeli. Okay. Here it is.
If a challenge you want, then a challenge you'll get.
Really didn't want that, I guess. Maybe they have graveyard things, and that's pretty rough for them. That's what I'm thinking. Must be. It must be. I'm gonna do this. I think I'll throw away and get it anyway. Fine. Next turn I get the, Arcane Bombardment out. This does have trample, so I do have to think about that. Going to take some damage. Box.
Give me an idea.
But that's okay. Did her job. Okay, Arcane Bombardment. We'll just pass our turn. I'm gonna keep this mountain in hand for the big score, because I do have to require to play it. I'm hoping they don't have removal just for the Arcane Bombardment, as usual. We do need to find our, many turns. Turn, that. I think I just let her die. Oh. Okay. Done.
Time to come up with a new plan.
And we'll see what they do. I think that they might have removal. Brazen Borrower. Oh, that makes sense. But we did find our Alrund's Epiphany. So I think, again, we just play this and that's it. Gonna hang out. See if they have a third Brazen Borrower, or maybe they have removal now that they have 4. Enchantment. Fuck. So we do need a looter to bring this into the graveyard. We didn't find it yet, but that's okay. I think I'm actually going to go burn down the house with that, so may as well attack these two. Get in for 1. Pop. Nice, okay. So let's burn it down. Arcane Bombardment is going to trigger. Counter. Land goes into the battlefield tapped. Okay. Turn that, that's also fine. And land back. I could have taken it. Maybe I should have. Okay. I don't really need to play that, so I'll just wait. Yeah, I guess I could have taken the land. In response, Gunhurst. All I realistically need is 1 more turn. They're gonna exile. Ah, Scavenging Ooze. That's unfortunate. gonna take them both anyway. Guess I'm gonna force them to do it. Tap out their mana. They're gonna in response do it now. There's no way around this, so I may as well just continue this on. I just have to find a removal for this, that's all. Whatever they choose, I'm going to... Oh wow, they let it happen. Okay, well, we're gonna do that then. They gain a life from it, but I think it's better to choose something here. Let's do some... Forever Turns died. Oh, Magda. And then I have everything. I can't get a Forever Turns because of scavenging, but I can definitely win the game. Really? I just still didn't find it? Fine. Ugh. Still didn't find it, huh? I'm gonna draw from dreams until I can keep finding it. Please! I beg of you. This one! Discard this one! Here and here, doesn't matter. Get this one out of here. Alright. And I'm going to exile 2 cards. This one doesn't matter. I can do this. I also have Magda now to do everything else. It doesn't even matter. Land, 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 this. Alright. Now I have an instant. You just need to let me have priority. I think the game is very much over, but I'm gonna do it. Alright. Love to take extra turns after this. Damage. Okay, and they're out. I would love to play this Alrund's Epiphany one time. Unfortunately, none of the recordings today, I didn't get the Alrund's Epiphany early enough in any of the recordings. I was always like, alright, about to win the game. It gets out of control really quickly, but you can see how gross it is. They unfortunately had Graveyard Hate that I couldn't stop. But we did it! I did the thing. I had technically infinite turns. I hope you enjoyed this deck. Take a look at it one more time. I bought all of my time. I bought lots and lots of time. I hope you like this one. If you're not already subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and a like. Every like helps. I appreciate that. But until next janky video, bye YouTube!